What's up, guys? It's your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you on this Thursday. And I'm super excited. We have one hell of a show for you guys today, Satoshi. Somebody need to ask Satoshi. Shouts out to the greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Let's get right into it. Shouts out to, y'all got me starting the day with giggles. Chicken 415 in the house. We got Tony Bags in the house. Real Canal Life. What's up, my brother? DCA Crypto Dave up in here. We got Davis from Vegas in the house. And that's what's up, my brother. It's Scottie Pippen knows Satoshi. Knows Satoshi. Wait, let me. I don't know why this always go back to the thing where I can't read. Okay, let me go back. Hold on a second, guys. I got to adjust my screen because. Okay, there we go. If Scottie Pippen knows Satoshi and Satoshi is that evil Jeffrey guy, what does that say about? Yeah, we got Scottie Pippen. Oh, that's funny as hell. Real Canal Life getting out. Ivan Hernandez, good to see you, my brother. Guys, we got a hell of a show for you guys today. Now, I do apologize as I did not go live yesterday. I was out doing some. Actually, my green screen kind of pulled back. Pull this over here some. I was out. Wait, this side or this side? This side or no, this side. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything set up because when I see the little things, I'm like, okay, there we go. We're good to go now. But yeah, yesterday I took off the day. I was doing some personal things. Had a great yesterday, man. You know, sometimes, some days you just got to pause and, you know, take a day off. But then I wanted to go live, like during the time that I was supposed to go live, I wanted to go live, but I was out running errands. Shouts out to Erica Garcia, my sister-in-law in the house, man. I wish y'all could have came, sis. I know my sister, they're probably busy out there in Portland. But, yeah, yesterday I took the day off. We were, now today we're going to be talking about the market. Before I get into all that negativity and all that stuff in regards to markets, so yesterday we were, I dropped off my, you guys know I got one of my new cars that I got in my Tesla. We dropped it off to go get the rims done. Keita's Brew. That's my sister right there. What? Award-winning Crypto for Life member right there. And so we dropped off the Model X that I just got to because with Teslas, you don't want to alter. Like I was doing research about rims, like, because I want to be different. I don't want to be sitting there driving no stock ass, looking like everybody ass Tesla. So I was doing some shopping for some rims, and I decided to go ahead and have them because they look brand new. I think it comes standard like 20s or 22s, whatever they are. But I had them. I took it into the shop to go get them dipped in chrome. So I wanted to look different to kind of match the chrome trimming. So we did that, and then I had to book some tickets. I got family coming in for what's it called, Valentine's Day, and then doing some shopping for the wife and stuff like that. And then what else we do yesterday? I'm trying to let you guys know why I took the day off, and then got everything hooked up for Valentine's Day. Then made some plans for our anniversary, which we have. Very fortunate. Our host hooked us up in a major way. So we got people flying in. They're giving us just a lot of cool stuff, man. So I'm really excited about that. We got what else we do? We're going to see. We already seen John Legend, but we're going to go see him again. They booked us something for Bruno Mars. So we're doing that. Then they tried to book us for Baby's Face. So we got all this stuff so yesterday was a very busy day for me in that regards. And then I woke up this morning and more bleeding in the market. So, so I enjoyed my damn day off. And then our host, who I called my host up and said, hey, we want to do a Valentine's Day dinner. And she I think she gave us like an $800 dinner for Valentine's Day. So I'm really, really excited. Got a lot of cool stuff. And then we got a big Super Bowl party at one of the other casinos out here invited. So yesterday was a good day, man. I was really excited. And then went to bed excited. My wife made some, what'd she make for dinner? She made some, because we're trying to eat healthy. So I'm trying to talk about all the positive before I get into the negative stuff. Shouts out to Keita. That's my normal account. That's my sister Keita, Makita in the house. So Keita1211. So dinner, because we've been on this diet thing. I told you guys we're trying to lose weight and all that stuff. And so she's been making this health. So I think today it was like some kind of sweet potato. Like my wife is, first of all, a freaking amazing cook. I mean, I didn't think anybody could cook like my mom. This woman can cook anything. And so she got us on this healthy thing and some kind of sweet potato with ground beef thing that she's making tonight. But last night was, first time I ever had it was like what does she call it? Zucchini. I want to say a zucchini lasagna. I was like, what? Zucchini lasagna? What the hell? So yeah, it was, dude. I'm actually kind of having fun eating healthy, man. Because I was eating bad. Yes, proud of you all for sticking with. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, sis. I was eating bad, man. You know, and it's so funny because and I'm gonna get into the show because it's gonna be a crazy show, but I'll finish with this. Like, you don't realize like a lot of times we eat out of habit. And there's a time like 10 years ago when I was, 10 years ago, I lost like 60 pounds and I had a better physique than I had when I played pro ball. And then you just, things happen, COVID happened, situations happen, whatever. It wasn't no damn 10 years ago, but and you fall out of whack. And then most of it is mainly mental. Because the things that you think you like, it's easy to fall back to drinking sodas and all. So that was kind of like my battle, and I'm so excited.
Messages on your phone from Myra, KCA, contact. They sent one like, and said, loved.
Why do people always like and message when I'm live? That's the most irritating thing ever. And I'm sure I'm gonna just shut my phone off because I'm almost positive they're gonna do it again. I don't every time during my stream. It's like, bro, like it before that. All right, and I mean, I appreciate everybody liking, but right during my stream, people start liking it. It's in my ear, so I just shut my phone off. How about that? Okay, so but the point I'm trying to make is that shouts out to my beautiful queen. I was just telling them about our diet, babe, and how you made this incredible was it zucchini lasagna last night? It was amazing, amazing. So instead of noodles, she used like layers of zucchini, I think it was, or was it squash, something like that. But it was freaking amazing. Like I'm having fun because my wife is such a freaking amazing cook, eating the stuff that she creates. Like one time she brought this sweet potato something with ground beef, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And it was incredible. So I'm having fun, man, eating healthy, and we're sticking to it and not eating past 8 and all those things. So shouts out to my beautiful queen, man, for keeping us on point. So anyways, that's enough of that. Enough about my day off yesterday and the things let's get into the reality of what's happening in these damn markets. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, so. Markets right now extremely down, guys. Look, I mean, I'm gonna stay I'm gonna stay positive in the sense that I am positive, because I understand what's in place, what's being implemented. But it's also as a human being, it's frustrating because I understand this is all being done purposely. If you don't think this is strategic, you're out of your damn mind. This is strategic. Every time there's something on the right, they're always creating fires on the left, or you could go left or right, however you want to look at it. But that's what they do. And some of the accountability of what I'm hearing is crazy. Like there was I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but oh my God. For me to see a quote, and I want people to understand, I'm not saying this against Trump, because you guys know I'm happier today with this administration than I was the last administration. So regardless of what you have from political, I try not to get in religion. But to hear a quote from him, and I think I got it on here, of saying, let's get past these e-files. What? I mean, that's the kind of country we're living in? And it bothers me on so many levels because, man, look, there's many different problems with the e-files. But when it comes down to the underage people that were involved, that's somebody's babies, that's somebody's daughters, that's somebody's sons. And so it's angering from so many different perspectives. We're gonna move on, and I'm gonna try to get through this so I don't overlap what I'm gonna say. So let's stay on point because I got a lot to talk about. Okay, market cap right now $2.25 trillion. Good to see you, Mike O. That's my brother. We had a great conversation, me and Mike O. Shouts out to my beautiful, sexy baby, my best friend in the whole world. Also the person who got me addicted to coffee. Y'all pray for me, aka my drug dealer. I love you, sweetheart. I don't know if anybody's ever loved a drug dealer. Good Lord, let me stop. Coffee, caffeine. All right, shouts out to Romeo, the king in the house. What's up, 6'8"? What's up, my brother? Good to see you. Anthony, the man, the myth, the winner in the house. What? Mike, my best friend for 30 years. And going. All right, let's keep it going. Shouts out to my sister Keita and Erica Garcia. Let's keep it going. Okay, so market cap $2.25 trillion, guys. Bitcoin bleeding out horrifically. 64,989, guys. And I'm going to tell you right now, I expect further downside. And I'm explaining to you why. Ethereum down to 19, barely trying to hold on 1900. BNB at 639. XRP $1.20. Who would have ever thought we would see $1.20 again? And I'm going to explain. Yeah, I'm going to explain why this could get so much worse. Solana right now is at 81.50. TRX right now at 27 cents. Dogecoin coming in at 9 cents. BCH 475. 8 at 25 cents. Hype. Huh? That hype is gone. Bye-bye. 32.67. Chainlink at 8.24. Incredible buying opportunities, but I think what I'm hearing today with my phone blowing up the way it's been blown up, it's been crazy. I tried to go on a walk this morning. I probably had 10 conversations. phone just blowing up. Family members contacting my wife. It's just crazy. And we're going to talk about that. Stellar right now is at 14 cents. LTC right now at 52.38. AVAX is at 8.69. SUI right now at 92 cents. ZEC 214. Shiba. 5 zeros and a 5. That's Cinco Zeros and Cinco. There you go, huh? There you go. A little Spanish for you. Hooked on phonics. I got a D minus. Y'all stop it. I'm embarrassed about it. H bar right now is at 7 cents. Toncoin at 133. Crow, if you didn't know, at 7 cents. We've got DOT. This is crazy to see DOT at 129, bro. Oh my! I remember when I bought that damn. My wife knows the story behind Polkadot. That thing changed our lives. Crazy. Uniswap at 326, which is an interesting point about how things may never be the same, and we're gonna talk about that. I don't want to get too far off. And I'm not trying to scare nobody, but we're gonna talk about that. Aave right now 109 and some change. We got RLUSD at number 41, climbing up. When everything's going down, RLUSD is climbing on up. There's reason for that. Pepe right now at 5003. You got any? I don't. Doesn't matter. Still on CoinMarketCap at number 42. We got near. Let's make it clear. $1. That'll make somebody want to holler. ICP right now 231. Aster down but up, but actually down, but still kind of up, but down. 48 cents. We got Onda right now at 23 cents. Matic right now at 9 cents. My goodness. By the way, guys, if you're tuning in live. Or you catching us on the replay. My name is James, AK68J. Been in crypto since 2017, documenting my journey in the evolution of money. With that being said, guys, always remember nothing we talk about on the show should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Now, it's incredible to me to think about the fact that I've been in this for going on 9 years. This year will be 9 years. I was having a conversation with Mike O, and we were talking about the market and what's going on. I'll get into our conversation, not too much of it, but a little bit of it, in regards to this is my third bear market. This is my third, and if you don't think it's a bear market, you're deeply mistaken. And we're going to talk about that. There was a video I showed you guys that a lot of people didn't like, but I'm going to show it again. And this young lady actually talked about the fact that we are in the bull run is gone, and it may not be the kind of bull run we want to see. But again, 9 years in this thing, and me and Michael were talking about that. Again, 3 bear markets, 3 bull runs, and just where all this stuff is going. So we'll talk about that in a minute. And also, we started the show about 3 years ago, so we are live. We go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, on X, and on IMUTV. Shouts out to Niall and Rob and those guys over at the IMUTV, the family out there. Also, they have an app now on the Android store. So if you have a TV in your house, all you got to do is download. You have to have a Roku TV. Download IMUTV. You can catch us live on that app and also on Fire Stick TV, soon to come Apple TV. And if you have an Android phone, they're not on the App Store yet, or Apple Store, but they're on Android, the Android Store. You can download IMUTV and watch us live as well. Let's move on. Okay. Let's see. Edward Falowski's in the house. Good to see you, my brother. That's how you know fam is filled with seasoned traders. The market is crashing and we're laughing at it. We're going to talk about that today, man. Because, it's crazy. I was telling Michael, I said, man, me and Michael talked right before the stream. And I was just telling him, I said, man, I'm out here doing this and I'm doing that. I'm having fun. Because I've been through this 3 times. And I know that you have to pull profit. You have to. And it's for days like this. So it doesn't, XRP go to 50 cents if you want to. Pull money off, when it's up, not when it's down. Okay, anyways, Algo right now, 9 cents. We got Cass right now, 2 cents. We got Flare Don't You Dare at 00 and an 8. Good Lord. QNT right now, 58.59. Filecoin down to 91 cents. Render, 128. Arbitrum right now is at 11 cents. VChain at 007, like James Bond. Good Lord, what the hell? VChain's a big deal. Just Google VChain partnerships and see if you can sleep tonight, huh? By the way, no financial advice. XDC right now at 3 cents. Good Lord. Jupiter right now, 16 cents. We got STX, just like the song we play here each and every day by my man Crypto Tales. The national crypto anthem, huh? Stack it up, no affiliation. Stacked right now, 25 cents. Cake, 133. Andrew Tate said he made 30 million off cake. Oh my God, I know portfolios are down. XTZ, the OG at 40 cents, guys. We've got CAC right now at 3 cents. We've got Optimism. I know that's kind of going down, just like the damn Optimism coin on this on CoinMarketCap. It's at 18 cents. We got FET right now at 15 cents. We've got what's we got in here? I don't want to see anything else with Justin Sun. Sun coin, and BTT, which is is also owned by Justin Sun. That's kind of funny actually. At number 100. When you've been in this space as long as I have, all you can do is laugh. Call me crypto hotline dealing with. Call me. Yeah, somebody should have a crypto hotline where people can call and just be pissed off. That's funny. Okay, let's get right into it, guys. Let's get into it. We're about to do it. All right, let's get into it. All right. So, guys, again, we're live. Shouts out to the almost 100 people on all three platforms. I can't see YouTube by itself. I see all three platforms. So, shouts out to everybody that's on live. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, no plan? Well, guess what? You're going to learn today. Oh, you're going to learn today. You ain't have no plan? The 5 steps to success? We're going to talk about that in a minute. I won't get too far ahead of myself. Keep this in mind. Now, guys, this is let's just address the elephant in the room. Can we? Can we address the elephant in the room? Huh? Let's keep this in mind. What happens? And I know everybody's thinking about this. What happens if they reveal who Satoshi Nakamoto is? I mean, come on, like you, I got like I get it, and everybody could be, because like you get on the internet and everybody's just. Not everyone speaks how they truly feel. That's one thing I try to do every time. If I'm irritated, if I'm this, if I'm that, I try to keep it a buck all the time. Sometimes I say certain things for the betterment of, not putting myself in a position, right, or getting people pissed off. But I try to keep if I can give it to you, I'm gonna give it to you 100%. But at the end of the day, all that, buy the dip, and that's true. I say it, buy the dip if you can afford it. But a lot of people, here's the truth: most people are over leveraged. Most people don't have any more freaking money. Most people have put in everything they had. When I hear buy the dip, a lot of times people just, I've seen people post things, and I'm going to say this as kindly as I can. God knows I am, because I need to keep it a buck with the family. But I see people post things full of optimism, telling people the dollar cost average, telling people all the stuff they bought. And these are pretty big people. And then you have a conversation with them back door and you realize they're not doing all that great at all, right? And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that to keep it a buck. So I say it because someone needed to hear that today. Don't think you're the only one struggling. Don't think you're the only one having a hard time doing these moments. Don't think you're the only one that's leveraged, over leveraged. Because that's not the case. And on my show, if you go to Crypto for Life, and again, this is not for this, clicks and everything else. This is just keeping a buck. There are success stories. There are strategic stories about what I've done. And there are not so successful people who've lost everything. It's there for a reason, but I'm just keeping it a buck, man. A lot of people have been waiting for a bear market, and now it's time to level up. So if you had a plan, what Sly Fox said is fact. If you pulled off, and me and Fly were having this conversation earlier, and when we were talking about pulling off, I was like, man, I'm about to pull off $500,000, right? Because we knew, and we talked about, remember Sly putting money on the side, waiting for things to retrace so that you could buy back in. And I've even heard people like, what's my man, Good Morning Crypto, Good Morning and Good Evening Crypto, not Abs, that's my brother, but Johnny Crypto said the same thing. He's like, man, look, people are, making fun of me for pulling out at 3-something. He goes, but the key was to double my position. And so a lot of times you don't have to keep dumping money in the market. Right, you don't have to keep taking everything. I'm a sell. We got an extra kid. We got an extra car. You don't got to sell everything to dollar cost average in this market. Sometimes it's just being strategic and being smart. And what I mean by that is understanding. Now that's a double-edged sword, because the narrative is being portrayed one way, right? By the markets, by the president. You guys are gonna get tired of winning. All this different stuff, and they push a narrative, but behind closed doors, there's a certain objective, and if you guys go to the stream, was it American Wakers? No, which one was it? It might have been. I don't know if it might have been American. Oh no, what's really happening? Maybe I think that's what it's one of those two, where I was talking about the dollar. They're purposely wanting to see the dollar weaken. We think it's a bad thing, and in all actuality, they see it as a good thing and a necessary thing. Right? And so by the time we realize what they're doing, it's a little too late. But, okay, I was trying to read what people are saying. Shouts out to Marvin Davis for being in the stream. Good to see my brother C-Kaz. That's my dog right there. Shouts out to Sly Fox. So it's important to understand that, guys, but we need to keep it a buck for a minute. Right? It's good to have all these positive narratives about dollar cost average and this and that, because if you've put money off on the side, you are brilliant. Most people didn't, because what happens is, and I'm going to just talk from experience, what happens is you get scared of missing it. Because right, most people don't. Most people didn't start with 100,000. Most people when Trump came in, maybe you didn't get into the millions. Maybe you didn't get into the hundreds of thousands. Maybe you got into the tens of thousands. Maybe you got right up to 100,000. Maybe you got a couple 100,000. But what happens is you get so fearful of missing the next leg up. And what are you supposed to? I mean, that's what we were led to believe. You're going to get tired of winning in crypto. We're going to be the crypto capital of the world. And meanwhile, and I was talking to Mike about this. I don't personally think it's a Trump thing. I think it's the people who are trying to make him look bad and try to continue. They're trying in a different way to destroy this market. If you think for a minute government shutdowns weren't planned, if you don't think all this defiant action about not wanting to sign market structure bills and all, and then just at the perfect timing, they put out the e-files. Bro, this look. You guys, they're willing to destroy everything to get to protect their monopoly. To protect, guys, you know how much money they're making? Like we have been, and I'm gonna say this kindly because I don't want to offend anybody. Slave masters didn't want to get rid of slaves. Oh hell, work for free? I could tell you what to do. And I don't mean to affiliate with that, but I'm trying to use a reference or an example. We're all slaves to the banking system, and they don't want to let that go. That's why they're fighting us making a yield and making, earning interest on our stable coins and crypto. I mean, dude, they're doing, and they're willing to destroy and let everything go to shit, excuse my language, in order to protect what they have in place. That's exactly what's going on. If you and here's the crazy thing about it. You think we got the real version of the e-files? Man, get the F out of here. You think we got the real version of the e-files? Hell no. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I saw a picture. I think I saved the picture. And because I'll say something and have people mad, but I saw a picture, a lot of pictures, of our young president with a young F all through the years. I don't think anybody's clean in that scenario. And I think what we got a altered e-files. I think we got an altered. I'm telling you guys, come on, man. So let me get back to the main thing. Because for so long they called us conspiracy theorists. Oh, this, obviously I talk about XRP Unleashed, the war on crypto, rigged from the start. And the e-files, just, and I'm not going to get into that again, but it's all right here. The e-files, I got it right here, the e-files. And I think, I'm laughing at the views on this because that stream was money, okay? It's just crazy. And that's, again, with being shadow banned. And I'm going to tell you something. They shut me down 3 times and they shadow banned this channel. And I know I'm still shadow banned. I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I feel bad because I know I've seen people who've been losing their YouTube accounts. And I've actually seen people like, what's the last guy that I just saw? I tried to message him about it because I've been promoting for the XRP Las Vegas Meetup 2020. John Esquire. They just eliminated. I don't know if he back up. Oh, I turned my phone off because I'm getting all these stupid messages. Let me see. But last time I looked, Edo is still. There's people who are losing their YouTube channels. There are people who are losing their X channels. And I don't even understand that. These people aren't saying anything that's not true. That's what's so crazy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if I lose my channel, it is what it is. I'm just gonna have more damn time on my hands. That's all. Because it's not taking care of me. I'm not making. I mean, whatever money I'm making, I don't even care about it because it's. But let's get back to the main thing. What happens if they reveal who Satoshi is? And we have to understand that. I don't give a damn how hype up and I'll just buy the deal. Stop for a minute. Stop with all the bullshit hype narratives. I'm gonna just buy. I know what you'll just do. I'm tired of hearing that. We need to have a real conversation on what will happen. Because, yeah, you're going to buy the dip, and for people, but not everybody can buy the dip. Not everybody's in certain financial positions that some of us are. But so I'm going to just read this real quick, because I don't want to stand this. I'm already 28 minutes in this damn thing. I don't give a damn what anyone thinks. That would be beyond devastating to BTC, big time. Someone please tell me I'm wrong. It will set off so many chain reactive events. USD Tether, in my opinion, done. I mean, maybe they'll move into, because printing money, a lot of people attribute our last bull run in 2021 to a lot of crooked things that Tether was doing, printing money. They have a huge position in Bitcoin, right? So that could be like done. MSTR, Michael Strategy, who's the Bitcoin. I mean, what happens? I know he tries to say, well, if it goes to $1, we'll be just fine. We'll just buy. Huh? No, you won't. What? Look, I don't give a damn what you say. Let it go back down to look. Stop. If it goes to $1, we'll just buy all the Bitcoin. What? Governments and institutions holding massive amounts of BTC will be hurt and devastated. Not saying that governments can't, that's going to be devastating. Guys, I'm just telling you, like, there's so many negative things that could happen if they reveal who this guy or who this person or who that. So I'm going to leave it at that. And maybe I'm the only one that thinks that way, but I know I'm not. I know there's a lot of people who feel that way. Now, does it mean crypto's going away? No. Does it mean XRP? No. I believe the Phoenix is going to ride with and it's an old saying, from the ashes, when everything burns, the Phoenix will rise. There's so much in place. That's what keeps me so excited. There's so much in place with these utility assets. And it's not just XRP, even though it is the one. I'm not going to lie. It's a reason that it's in the e-files. They purposely tried to attack it because it was created by 3 of the developers of Bitcoin to be better in every way. It is Ripple Prime, acquisitions, all partnerships. Trump mentioned on Truth, all the things is in place. The foundation's being set. If you don't know that, go listen to Zach Rector, Jake Claver, Dr. Kamala Stevenson. They all do a phenomenal. Lewis Jackson. There's Abs and Johnny. There's a lot of great people putting out a lot of great content. I'm not going to do that. Today I'm here to talk about some of the things that I know that's bothering people. But that's a fact, guys. Let them say who it is, what group it is, what country it is, whatever it is, that is going to be devastating. And if you're scared now at these prices, you scared because of this. And I'm talking about the title of this stream is They Tricked Us into a Bear Market. And man, that is 1,000% true. The dollar's this. You're going to be tired of winning. We're going to be the crypto capital of the world. Strategic. And I'm not saying it's Trump, because what it is the left is fighting and creating so much crap. They're trying to hurt him in any way they can and hurt us to protect what they've had all these years, for decades. That's what we're seeing right now. And they're willing to let anything, and I say anything because they're going to let whoever they want to burn. Those files were definitely altered. Enough to put them out and do enough damage to jack the market up. Come on, man, stop. Okay, so yeah, let me get back to this. We're gonna have a long show if I don't move on. Okay, the real wisdom isn't to stop playing fair. It's to question whether the game is worth playing at all. I agree with that. He says never play a fair game in a game where others cheat. Yeah, you got to know how to play the game, man. If the e-files are scary now, imagine what was in them before months of editing and deleting. See, this is the part I'm talking about. That's a fact. This came out from threads.com. That's a fact. What do you think was actually in them? Guys, look, they're never going to give us. I mean, look at Eastgate. Look at the fact that all the stuff that came out, judges. I mean, dude, what happens if me and you go into court and we start lying? What happens if we go and we start changing documentation and lying in court and altering things for our benefit? Dude, they're going to throw us under the jail. Right? No, buy the dip for sure. I mean, that's look. I'm gonna say it one time. Buy the dip if you have the money. But we're just having a real conversation. I know a lot of people want to get in there, and it's funny because I'll see people say, "Buy the dip, buy the," and they hurt more than anybody else. So I'm just saying, no disrespect. I'm just saying that's why I'm having this conversation, because it's easy for people to go out there and just kind of put icing on the cake, right? Let me just put icing on the cake. This is my 3rd bull run. I learned a lot, so I'm in the position. I learned a lot. I took profit. But again, they edited those damn files for sure. Okay, this is why you can't listen to them. Whether or not XRP is good or bad, being in the is bad. Yeah, not or being in the files are bad. Just like the SEC 20 even was good. Same with E. XRP is not done for. No, it's not. That's ignorant. Because XRP wasn't mentioned in a bad way. That's just stupid. It wasn't mentioned in a bad way. It was mentioned that they plotted against it. It just gave validation. So it just, again, guys, greatest thing about crypto, anybody can do it. Worst thing about crypto, anybody can do it. All right, let's move on. My mods know what to do when I see, but that's not offensive to me. It's just ignorant. Okay, this is why you can't listen to them hustle hard. So he says at least XRP holders are still in profit, right? Carl the Moon. Yeah, so this is funny. This is Carl the Moon, one of the two guys. You guys remember I showed this a while back when him and Da Vinci J said XRP is going to zero, below zero. Da Vinci, not below zero, Carl, below zero. So he said for everyone who listened to me when I said we're going to $300, he was talking about Bitcoin this quarter or this cycle. He said I'm terribly sorry I was wrong. At least I lost more than you. I'm shocked actually about it. So he's trying to take some kind of accountability because these guys, this is why you don't go out there and give these crazy predictions. Because I told you guys before, I studied. Again, I've been in this 9 years. In 2017, I started studying trading and all of market analysis, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and all that stuff is great. But you can't plan for COVID. The charts can't plan for a war. The charts can't plan for the e-files, right? The charts can't plan for Tether imploding. The charts can't plan for the reveal of Satoshi Nakamoto. You can't plan for that. Now, I don't think it's over, but it's funny. My wife, when I was out on my call this morning, she got a phone call from a relative saying, they had put 20,000 in Bitcoin. It went up to 60,000. And then it was down to like 14,000. I'm sorry, they got in at 20,000. It went up to 60,000 when Bitcoin went to 126, and then now it's down to 45,000. And they were asking my opinion. And I'll have a different conversation, obviously, with family and stuff like that. I didn't help them get just random family that stays in contact with my wife. And so you're still up 25,000, but then you have to look at, do you wait and go back up? If you're looking at Bitcoin now, it would have to double, right, to get back to where they were at. And so what's the likelihood of it doubling back to 120-something thousand? Or, and you got to look at all the narratives that's around it versus some other coin that could double to, let's say, use XRP for an example, is at 2, and it's dropping fast, bro. It's dropping fast. The markets are crapping bad, right? So when you look at, 116, I mean, it's getting devastating. I mean, devastating as far as if you hold it, because we were just at 340 something, or whatever the hell it got up to. So you can't prepare for that. Down 35%, 24%, 25% in the day, 35% in 7 days, right? So hopefully you have a plan. But so he was apologizing. I get it. Shouts out to Hustle Hard and Crypto for tagging me into that one. Hustle Hard. I'm sorry, XRP Hustle Hard. Shouts out, brother. All right, let's keep it going. Okay, so let's move on because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And so I apologize for this because I got to proofread myself. I put, this is why. This is what it's supposed to say. This is why you never say never. Now, I remember just earlier, towards the end of last year, people saying BTC will never go back below 70,000. Here we are. Or XRP will never go below $2. We might fall under $1. Or XM will never go below 25 cents. Here we go. HBAR will never go below 2. Y'all get it, right? Have a plan. We talk about the 5 steps to success all the time. Have a plan. Do your own research. Control your emotions. Have a take profit strategy and stay focused on your why. Facts. Facts on facts. All that. Never, I'm telling you, no one, and there were so many people pissed off in the beginning of January because of some people saying certain things, and man, I guarantee 99 points, I'm not, taking shots at people. I guarantee it's going to hit $100. And people who believe in these people are, that's why you got to do your own damn research. Because at the end of the day, everyone has a agenda. I'm going to leave it at that. Everyone has an agenda. Whether they're trying to build their business, or they're trying to build their X, or they're trying to build their YouTube, or they're trying, whatever, everyone has an agenda. No one gives a rat's ass more about you than you do. That's a fact. Okay, unpopular opinion, Michael Saylor is the Black Swan. I said, or the E-files are, right? They still aren't using it. No, that's the part, Anthony. They're still not using it. It's just the foundation's being laid. They picked the perfect time to do this. They really did. All right, let's talk about what the Cassie Trades put out. It says everyone is panicking, not the XRP army, unless you don't know what you hold. Okay, so Cassie Trades puts this out. It says panic selling across the crypto market. Watch these next levels. Watch for these next levels. Okay, she says we're seeing a massive sell-off across crypto. BTC down close to 10% and XRP nearly 20%, with clear panic selling across the board. At this point, selling pressure remains strong and bullish divergence attempts are getting invalidated, which tells us the market isn't done supporting searching for support yet. The next key level that she's watching for is Bitcoin near 64,000. I think we're already down that, right? We're already past that, which is a 0.5 on the Fibonacci retracement, and XRP around $1.09. So we get to that, we lose that level of $1.09, which I think we're right there. We're gonna be right there. We lose that level, it's gonna be back into sub-dollar for sure. Okay, this is fast emotional price action, no bottom confirmation yet, just identifying where structure can stabilize. Okay, so shouts out to Cassie Trace for her tea. If you guys get a chance, make sure you guys go check her out and follow her. Okay, altcoin daily, crypto is done. No, it's not. Hardly. Know what you hold. A lot of people are freaking out, and you got to understand, a lot of people are being they're getting wrecked right now. Because and shouts out to my mother-in-law, Janet Lopez, greatest mother-in-law on planet Earth, EARF, and representing the greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Now, guys, I want you guys to understand something. I'm talking about a lot of facts. This is not, oh, James is being bearish. I'm being real. My third bear market, my third bull run. Stay with me, okay? But a lot of big people are freaking out. Crypto's done. Big, and it's not done. There's certain things that could be in trouble, which we're talking about Bitcoin and other things based off of certain things that the narrative, but this is planned. This is purposeful manipulation by them, by they. Those who are sworn to protect us, those who we allowed to take advantage of us for years, the banking industry, politicians, which the banking industry controls politicians. Guys, that's who keeping these people fat. Their pockets fat. They pay for the narrative that they want played out. It's a fact. The same thing with Molly Elmore and Lyndon P. Jones came on my show and talked about last year, whatever time it was, a year or so ago, when they were talking about the banking cartels. The biggest guys. And I remember having in-depth conversation with some of these people like Jimmy Valley. The biggest criminals in our country are the people who are paid to protect us. And that's what we're seeing with this market manipulation. That's what we're seeing with the e-files that just came out. In the way that this is all manipulative, this is all being done. What's that? We all were the narrative during the FTX crash. That was the best time to buy. Yeah, facts. Okay, so let me get back to them because I got to stay on. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Okay. So yeah, a lot of people freaking out. No, it's not over. It's not over, right? But a lot of big people freaking out because they didn't take profit. A lot of people were listening to what was being said. We're going to be the crypto capital war. You're going to get tired of winning. And I get it. But man, these people have way more power, influence, and control than you ever think. And especially in the narrative of them playing this game of chess the way they played it. They strategically put those files out. They strategically, we've had government shutdowns. They're strategically defined moving forward on these market structure bills and things like that. Okay. Mickle says, despite the market crash, XRP is still holding up strong against Bitcoin. Okay. I mean, it's still following Bitcoin, but yeah, I do agree. There's a lot of strong things in place for XRP, which is why I'm excited and I'm bullish, more so than we ever had. This is the only bear market where we've had this much excitement in the XRP community or this much positivity. But remember, we're still following because like Anthony Weiner just said, right? Don't trip by the dip, facts. But like Anthony Weiner just said, what was the quote he just said? Yeah, I lost it. I had a point that you just made, Anthony, and I lost it. I said, my wife said, buy the dip. Don't trip by the dip. Okay, but and again, yeah. All right, let's move on. Okay, facts on facts on facts. XRP, BTC. Yeah, I definitely agree with this as well. Now, I'm gonna play this again, and there's a reason because there was so much truth in this video. Right? It's not about, and shouts out to this young lady, Layla Helpern or whatever her name is. But this video was a video that I shared a while back, and I'm going to share it again. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. It says, folks got very upset when I showed this last time because they felt like a bull run was still on the table. And I'm not going to lie. I also thought that it was possible to get past. No one saw the e-files coming out right now because I was looking back when they first started talking about the e-files back in 2023. It might have been before that, but so they took years of altering these damn documents to put out what they wanted to put off to control the narrative. That's a fact. But when I showed this video, there was a lot of pushback in regards to people not wanting to accept the fact that the bull run might have already happened. And I remember when I shared this, man, I had so many people making, oh no, oh no. But what she said was on point. I don't give a damn who would have said it. She said it, it was on point. And so, and again, I was pushing the narrative that, and I wouldn't say I was pushing it, but I was agreeing with the narrative that, we were having a bit of a pullback. But they just kept manipulating it to where they wanted to get to. So I said, but now the points that she made in this video are seeming more true than ever before. And I'm gonna do my best not to stop it for 2 minutes. I want y'all to hear. Unless she says something, I have to stop it for. But I want y'all to hear what she's saying in this video. She makes points when Bitcoin hit an all-time high. She said, I don't know what people expect. She goes, people are frustrated because they expect they're looking, these assets didn't move. Oh, there's no way we're in a bull run. But then Bitcoin did hit 120, hit an all-time high. BNB did hit an all-time high. XRP did go back to hitting damn near all-time high. Certain assets did. We did have a meme coin run like we typically do before a bull run. It all played out, just not the way we thought it was going to play out. Therefore, the narrative, or what a lot you've heard, Brad Garlhouse, you heard, a Canary Capital CEO, you heard a lot of people say certain assets aren't going to do what they used to do, and obviously 90% of crypto won't make it. But then there was another thing where they were talking about bull runs aren't going to be the way we always seen them. That hype run we had in 17, massively explosive. I mean, look at XRP went from like damn near nothing pennies to where it went to thousands of percents. 2021 a little less, 2025 a little less. So it's not that we're not going to have these boards. I'm gonna let her tell it. It says, I've always preached the news cycle as the ultimate TA. Many of my trader friends push back against. Yeah, no one liked this video, not because of who she is, because she wasn't saying what they wanted to hear. People get mad when you tell them what they need to hear versus what they want to hear. Listen to what she says in the effing video, okay? She says it. She tells you exactly what it is.
The biggest mistake that people are making in crypto right now is that they keep saying we haven't had a bull run. Now, I think this is a really dangerous mentality because we have had a bull run and they're basing their future financial decisions based on incorrect information. So let's break it.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. It goes back to do your own research, right? They're basing it based off of it's kind of like Carl the Moon just coming out with that apology I just showed. I'm sorry. I said Bitcoin's going to go to 300. I'm sorry. Don't get mad. I lost more money than you. Dude, you can't say that when you're worth $200 million and another person's worth 20,000 or 100,000 and you're giving out bad information. That's why so many people were mad at price predictions, others in the space. And I'm not going to get into that, that whole thing again about being 90-something% sure. And all these different things because you can, God, I did, doggone it, I made a mistake. I mean, I didn't see, and that's, I'm not mocking, I'm being honest. Because when people make those type of things and go back and say a mistake, but you've made millions pushing that narrative. Accountability. I want y'all to hear what she said again. People were holding on, basically what she's saying, what other people were saying.
Bull run. Now, I think this is a really dangerous mentality because we have had a bull run and they're basing their future financial decisions based on incorrect information. So let's break it down. Bitcoin broke all-time highs. It hit $126,000. That's an all-time high.
Yep.
Ethereum reclaimed its all-time high of just under $5,000. Solana made a new all-time high in January 2025 of around $300. BNB made an all-time high of $1,370. And XRP hit $3.65. So it broke $3 for the first time in nearly 10 years.
Facts.
So it's not just Bitcoin that broke all-time highs. Everybody's saying when altcoin season, but we literally just had an altcoin season. And let's not forget how memes performed, because memes went parabolic. Let's take a look at Asta, for example. In September 2025, Asta ran to $3.9 billion by market cap in under 1 week. That is an altcoin season. I don't know what other kind of altcoin season you're expecting, but a meme coin to run to the billions of dollars by market cap within 1 week is completely insane. Now, just because the altcoin season didn't look how you expected it to look, just because you didn't take profit, just because your entry was absolutely terrible, so you
Guys, she's dropping freaking bars. And that's why, because this video was something that when I played it, I got pushback. And it wasn't because of who she is or whatever, anything like that. It was because what she was saying wasn't fitting the narrative of what people want to see. And it made me even question it. Like, you know, you can hear something. I'm like, damn, those some good ass points. Like, they were all valid, good points, right? Listen to what she's saying.
To $3.9 billion by market cap in under 1 week. That is an altcoin season. I don't know what other kind of altcoin season you're expecting, but a meme coin to run to the billions of dollars by market cap within 1 week is completely insane.
Now listen to what she says thereafter.
Now, just because the altcoin season didn't look how you expected it to look, just because you didn't take profit, just because your entry was absolutely terrible, so you didn't make any money, does not mean that an altcoin season did not happen.
That right there is a bar. Just because it's not the way you wanted to play, just because you got in at a higher price or new people, just because you didn't think just because you looked at, because look, I played into the narrative too. I was like, there's no way. I was like, look at Polkadot, look at Chainlink, look at Crow. There's no way. Yeah, and it's so funny. Anthony Wagner says I'm a little underwhelmed for my first bull run. But and it's funny because I was talking, and I want to share the story real quick before because she made some really good points here. I'm gonna stop here and go back and play it. No, let me play it. Let me finish playing this out, and then I'm gonna come back with what you just said, Anthony.
Didn't take profit just because your entry was absolutely terrible, so you didn't make any money, does not mean that an altcoin season did not happen. Right. You also have to understand the law of diminishing returns.
Now watch what she says here. Pay attention, or not. Pay attention.
Every single cycle, we're not going to see as much of a parabolic pump as we did in the previous cycle.
Everyone said that. Everyone said that. Jake Claver, Paul Barron, Lewis Jackson, Zach Rector, Jim. I mean, everyone said the same. How could everyone be saying, but people don't want to listen? Not every. I've heard this 1,000 times. I've been in this damn thing so almost for 9 years. Every bull run is going to be less and less. It's not going to be the same.
Returns. Every single cycle, we're not going to see as much of a parabolic pump as we did in the previous cycle. But what I just showed you is a definition of an altcoin season. So does this mean that we're not going to see a super cycle and a bullish 2026? Not necessarily. Yes, there's always more upside potential. However, we are going to need a lot more liquidity in order to truly break that 4-year cycle.
And I believe that's going to be utility.
And finally see a parabolic super cycle in 2026.
So again, she's not saying it won't happen, right? And so I do believe a lot of what we're seeing right now, guys, is market manipulation. Big time. There's a lot of truth to what she said, but she gave it to you from a perspective that, hey, this already played out. And then B, hey, we could have still what we call a hyper or super going until 26. Well, James, that kind of conflicts with the bear. No, you don't determine how far of a pullback or and that's why the question to me is this the beginning, which I think I put here, is this the beginning of a bear market, or are we in a bear market? It's a devastating pullback. And they know that. They know that most people were expecting, they look at the markets like we do. They know that a lot of people go, well, Crow didn't get back up to 96 cents, and Polkadot didn't get back to $57 like last bull run. And like there's coins that never made it, and everyone's still holding on. They know that, and they can manipulate the market accordingly. And that's why you always hear people say they're trying to get weak hands out. They're trying to get you to sell. They're trying to get you panicked because there's a lot of things in place that can take this market to the next level. It is. The unfortunate truth is they're putting things in place and they're pushing narratives and they're exposing certain things to wreck the market. And I really believe a lot of this is to hurt Trump. I really believe they're trying. Look, they couldn't hurt XRP. And all the stuff that Trump, they're mad. And whatever little power that they've got, they're trying to utilize it to hurt his narrative of making America the crypto capital. I really believe that's the narrative, or that's what's being done. That's a fact. That's what I mean. You tell me if you believe something different. Yeah, this is crypto winter. That's for sure. Exactly. Yeah. They won't make it easy. No. And dude, how many times have you guys heard me say this has not been easy? It's been worth it, but it's not easy. And it's not the ups and downs. Like a roller coaster is fun if you understand when you get on, if you have a plan when you get off. The thing that you can't see is when somebody goes up there and they loosen nuts on the track. When they go out there and they're doing corrupted things to the track to make maybe the roller coaster, you know what I'm saying? So and then some people won't survive the crash. And so that analogy, what I'm saying is that I'm excited for where I'm at. I'm excited. The only thing that's not exciting about this space, I'm gonna be honest with you, since I've been in it, is the things that aren't naturally being done. The things that are being done in a manipulative way. That's the part that pisses you off. That pisses me off. That you can see the level of corruption. You can see, it's kind of like, do I love this space? Has it been a great ride? Have me and my wife been, very blessed financially? Yes, but you think the SEC versus Ripple case was fun? Hell no. Dude, it set XRP and Ripple back 4.8 years in certain aspects, right? So, yeah, let's move on. That's where it says, who runs the central banks? Who did I can't say the name, work for? Connect the dots. The Rothschild. Dude, I'm telling you, it's all talking about Ripple. Oh, I don't know which one you're talking about, buddy. Oh man, Choco Bartel, you trying to get me started, bro? Huh? Is that what Choco trying to do? Okay, Choco, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me. I think we all need this because again, this is not I want everybody to understand this is not me promoting this, that, or anything. I'm just keeping it a buck. Okay, that's my job is to keep it a buck. But yeah, let's talk about what Choco just talking about. Paper hands.
Crypto is the opt out. Crypto is the exit. Crypto is the solution.
It is.
And so, yes, the markets go up and yes, the markets go down. But there's some directionality to that.
There's a whole lot of manipulation as well. We see that with these e-files.
The long term, we win.
The long term, we win. And I'm just bringing up what's happening right now. Look, you can't go into, what's up, Jay Henry? You can't go into every day, woohoo, because people just get tired of that. You gotta keep it. You gotta let people know they're not the only ones feel the way they feel. You're not the only ones feeling that way. If this is your first bear market, I've been there. If you didn't take profits, I've been there. If you're scared of, if you're sick and tired of seeing, if you're shocked at the level of corruption, I've been there. And I still, even with these e-files, I'm still there, in the level of corruption. I can't say it's shocking, but, so anyways, let's get back to Charles.
There's 550 million people in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, and there's going to be 1 billion by 2030.
You're damn straight.
1 billion.
1 billion. We heard you.
The majority of the world's stocks and bonds and equities will be in the cryptocurrency space by 2030.
You're damn straight.
And all of y'all paper hands are just running around. Be like, oh no, the markets are falling, the markets are falling. What do I do? What did I do? We all headed for 10 trillion, guys, because...
Oh, man, Charles, you funny as hell. But that's the fact, guys. Just stay locked in on the main thing. And, we're going to get to where we're going. But right now, we're just talking about what it is. And we got to talk about what it is. Can't always be, okay, what is stopping Bitcoin from heading to zero? I said, man, and I mean... will it hit zero? Do I believe that? I mean, do I think that? I don't know. It's concerning that the narrative has been, we don't know who Satoshi is, and all of a sudden that could happen. And are they willing to expose that? I don't know. I mean, we've seen a lot of people. Jay Clayton got away with getting paid off, and Gary Gensler got away with all the stuff he did, and Elizabeth Warren, and probably a lot of these people in the e-file. What's that thing that I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. They said not one arrest is being made, and it's probably not going to be. It's not going to, because you know what they're going to say at the end of the day. He could have made all that stuff up. Those who know it's XRP. You see it how you see it. I see it how I see it. We can all see things differently, but it's the chosen one. That's a fact. Saul says last time BTC was 72,000, and that was November 6, 2024. XRP was 54 cents. That's a fact. That's a fact. BTC today is 72,000. XRP is $1. Well, not quite $1.50 anymore, and it's not quite 72,000. But at the time when it was 72,000, it was still holding up it. So he's just kind of showing things are changed, and they'll continue to change. Higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. That's how it goes. No way it hits zero. Even if Jeffrey some people did the part did it. Yeah. Like I said, I can't say it's going to do, but what it may do, and I'm sure NestForce would agree with this, what it may do is let it may give these utility assets time to catch up to some of the top players, and it might be that the next. Cause think about this: as everything's being compressed down with all the FUD and the things that we're seeing right now, and obviously everything's being exposed. The next time the market pops, especially if there's something that can be delivered from a valid, if there's some type of a valid partnership or with some of these utility coins like XRP, XLM, XTC, Algo, HBAR, whatever, it gives them an opportunity to push a little harder than the next uptick in from Bitcoin and others. So I really do. It gives certain assets the opportunity to, because think about if they announce something when all this is happening, and all of a sudden you start seeing XRP move up a little bit different, right? Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, NestForce is 100. My boy knows what's going on. Okay, Stumpy17 says, you all own and then complain about the Bitcoin price. Yeah, well, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But yeah, we're not talking about, we're not complaining about Bitcoin falling naturally. What we're talking about, Stumpy, is the fact that the manipulation that they're using to deflate the market and how that could affect Bitcoin. No one here is a maxi, right? No one here is a maxi. At the end of the day, we're just spitting facts. And here's a fact: I don't give a damn who you are, what you think you know, or whatever. I can compare a lot of things. I'm not going to do it because it'll sound like I'm bragging or something. But at the end of the day, I've been in this for a while. It's been great to me and my family. It's why we live the way we live, and I don't care about, I don't care about any of that either. The point of it is, regardless of how somebody comes here and your Bitcoin or your XRP, whatever. If they expose who Satoshi is, it's going to be devastating to the market. That's all we're talking about. That's it. That's a fact. You can't live with that? Oh, well. So funny. Most people that I find that come into people's streams talking wild ain't really made it. Because people who've actually made it, they don't do that. That's a fact. Never met a rich person that jumps in somebody's, like a multi-millionaire, getting my, especially my stream. No. Your ass didn't make it. Not yet. Probably won't. Okay, Bitcoin and Ethereum sentiment hit historically bearish levels while XRP remains optimistic per sentiment. Okay, says, I spoiled myself a lot. Now is the time to invest better. For sure. Even if I don't get that one weekend of memories for an expensive weekend, spreading the joy. Shouts out to Xloyd. Markets typically move opposite to retail fear and greed, signaling potential relief rally. They are willing to sacrifice everything to keep control of our money, and that's a fact. It says they will crash stocks. This is from Michael A. Gade. It says they will crash stocks, gold, silver, and Bitcoin to save bonds. Effort. And I kind of went back off that. They are willing to sacrifice everything to keep control of our money. The banking cartels are facts. That's why they won't allow things to move along. Now this is interesting from Senator Cynthia Lummis. They were talking about crypto legislation deferred into spring. Cynthia Lummis says John Thune will reserve Senate floor time for the market structure bill later this spring. It's deferred, not dropped. So yeah, there's some people who was trying to blame what's his name, the CEO from Coinbase, saying that's what got it pushed out. And it's kind of look, it kind of goes back to what did Brad Garlinghouse say? right? When Brian Armstrong made that comment in regards to I'm not supporting that and all that kind of brass says, look, man, it's better to get clarity than chaos. I understand, and I'm not saying that we want to sign it where they keep control, but hey, maybe put some different addendums in it. Hey, we can go back and revamp, but we need to move forward. And if not, then what happens? You get chaos. Well, that's what they got to say.
Senator Cynthia Lummis, she is the chairwoman of the subcommittee on digital assets. Senator, it's wonderful to have you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. First things first, can you give us an update on when you expect this legislation to happen? You lost a big win.
Okay, look, I got to stop for a minute. Like every time I see this, I don't see mean, and I'm not trying to be mean. Anybody ever see the movie Goonies? Anybody see that movie Goonies? Doesn't she look like the mom from Goonies? And I'm not making fun of her. I'm just saying, like, if someone looked like, Michael Jackson, I would say it. Or someone looked like Donald Trump, I would say it. Doesn't she look like the mom? Is it the mom? Anybody remember that movie Goonies? Remember that? That was one of my favorite movies with Chung, that dude. Like, I think it was like one of the lady's sons. Yeah, remember that? The kids and then it had the little Asian kid with all the gadgets. Anybody remember that movie, The Goonies? Doesn't she look like the mom in The Goonies, the villain? Is it my? All right, let me stop. I don't know. Things go in my head, and sometimes maybe I should just keep stuff to myself. Let's keep it going.
Of the subcommittee on digital assets. Senator, it's wonderful to have you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. First things first, can you give us an update on when you expect this legislation to happen? You lost a big window, right, after Brian Armstrong from Coinbase complained about the markup.
Well, good morning, Maria. We did lose that window, but
hey, man, look, man, I'm going to go back and play this. I'm sorry, dude. Something's wrong with me. And I've been telling my wife to get decaffeinated coffee because for me to sit up here and that caffeine to make my mind think about the Goonies mom when this poor lady's trying to give us some tea. Good Lord. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army. I need prayer. Good Lord. Let's do this.
This one, does it like it is. Got them switching gears, no Ferrari with the tens. On some bullet shit, stop crying, start buying, getting bags. I ain't lying. Money multiplying, call it rocket science. I'm so tired of this crypto control. You already know, basing let money go. Swimming in the dough, SEC gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow. I'll be better off when you selling at a loss, not caring what it costs. I'm buying when it drop, waiting for the flip flop to the tip top. While you watching TikToks on my new wristwatch, hit that Vegas crypto meter. Hello, nice to meet ya. Shout with DAI like we do it all the time. Did a show with Lady E in the bag, man. The next night a moon party, so you know we had to take flight. So many years and it's still no cheers. If you're selling, then I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got 'em choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Bag it up.
Pull up in a spacecraft, them bags on us. Get into them bags, so them stacks on us in a different bracket.
My bad, guys. I lost where I was at. My bad. My bad. I was sitting here reading the damn Goonie thing. So y'all do remember that. Y'all are good. I might actually go watch that movie too. Who's just said that? Katrina Sanchez said, I'm going to go back and watch that movie. That was one of those. That's one of those movies you could watch 1,000 times. Who? What happened? What? Okay, sorry guys. One of my relatives from New York is talking about something. All right, you know what? Let me shut my phone off, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, everybody, I got these damn Meta glasses on, and now everything that people message me on all the platforms come through when I'm live, and I hate that. Okay. All right, so I just shut it off. Okay. So, yeah, Goonies, what a classic. I'm going to get back into what we're talking about, guys. But what a classic movie. I want to read some of this because some of you guys are on point. So, the bad guy mom from Goonies. Yeah, remember that? That's exactly, yeah, the kid name was Chunk. Chunk was the little big kid, right? And then he was with the guy who was like disfigured or something like that. Remember that? And I saw somebody said that he became buddies when he gave him a Baby Ruth. That's funny as hell, bro. I'm gonna go watch that movie again. You damn straight. That was a dope movie. The agent kid was Data. I remember, yeah, I'm Data. And he had all the damn gadgets and stuff. Funny. Man, that's so dope. I love that movie so much. I remember one day I went back and looked up how they, like when they say where they at now. It was crazy. I think the Data dude, didn't the Data dude come out in a new movie that was like, it had wasn't that the dude, the kid Data came out with that movie with that had what's his name in it from the running back, the Beast, what's his name, that played for the Seattle Seahawks. He was in that movie, right, with the kid. It was a kid with what's the name of that damn movie? Anybody know him tomorrow? He came out with the movie here not too long ago, like last year. The kid Data. Yeah, okay, let's move on. I'm sorry, guys. I get too caught up in stuff. All right, let's finish letting this lady talk.
This morning. Thanks very much for being here. First things first, can you give us an update on when you expect this legislation to happen? You lost a big window, right, after Brian Armstrong from Coinbase complained about the markup.
Damn, you hear what she said? Said it, put it again, damn.
Brian Armstrong from Coinbase complained about the markup.
Jeez.
Well, good morning, Maria. We did lose that window, but Senator Thune, the majority leader, has assured us that even though now we're going to have to defer into the spring, that he will reserve time on the Senate schedule, which is very hard to get, for later this spring. We had scheduled a markup in the Banking Committee, but the day before we had to pull it off the agenda, not because just of what Coinbase had said about it, but because there was other concern. And you just mentioned one of the big ones, and that is the banks and some of the credit unions have some members of the committee concerned that they will lose deposits.
Were they trying to set up a booby trap with the market structure bill? Like Data said back in the Goonies, booby trap. Let me stop. Good Lord. All right, let's move on. This damn show going to take too long. Whoop, there it is. Bitcoin, the e-files. Looks like the bear scenario for BTC. I agree. Now, you can't, like you said, you weren't reading no bear market. That, bruh, come on. Really? We're down over 50% now. XRP is down 70%. What is it, 70? Something like that? 65, 70, something like that. Good Lord. Okay, so looks like the bearish scenario for BTC. TAR comes out with this. Just dare I say Bitcoin bottom is in. I don't know about that one. All three scenarios on BTC are shown on the chart. None of them invalid. Bullish wave 4 still in play, although testing a very critical level at the moment at the top of the wave 1 at 69,000. Even in BTC's most bearish scenario, wave 2, 50K. It should have a major relief rally soon to test 100K level. Today is one of those most important days in BTC history, paying very close attention. And, you know, it's kind of, here's the thing, guys. I don't think it's in their best interest. Like the more you think about it, they didn't do anything about the Hinman emails. They didn't do anything about the, what's it called, Eastgate. They pick and choose what they want to do something about. And I believe after a lot of altering of the e-files, we'll just say, I think they gave us enough to tank the market, to cause what they want to cause, but not enough to actually move forward with anything from a legal perspective. And at the end of the day, what are they going to say? Hey, this guy could have emailed and made up anything he wanted. I personally don't even know if we'll see anything. I think they did enough because they understand what moves the market. Technical analysis. What is technical analysis based off of, predicated off of? Human emotions, right? So when you create a lot of fear and people start selling and everything else, maybe we get this drawback, and then all of a sudden the market explodes because nothing happens. And that's typically what I've been in this thing for 9 years. Every time there's a whoop, there it is, nothing happens. So it could go either way. Do we finally see? Is there going to be any kind of justice? No. And here's why I think that. I'm going to show you guys something that when I saw this, I was like, what? I'm going to move past this because we're already over an hour. I want to move past this. I want to get to this thing where, is this right here? I don't want to show that anymore. Manipulation is real. Funny thing is, I said, the manipulation is real. Funny thing is, I don't think it's Trump. I don't. It's not in his best interest to be doing this. It's the left. Ripple payments integrate. Okay, okay. This is the part that does bother me, though. What did I put here? Okay, so I'm gonna read this. It says those e-files didn't help BTC's narrative at all. This gentleman said, what did he say? Michael Burry said Bitcoin fall in price could trigger a death spiral. It could, but again, we'll see how it plays out. Let me just read this part though. Those e-files didn't help BTC's narrative at all. Perfect timing to manipulate the crypto and stock markets into a free fall. I do agree with that. I do believe that. This is their way of attacking an industry, cryptocurrency. They never wanted to exist in the first place. Newsflash, they can't stop it. They won't stop it. However, they can slow it down like they did Ripple versus XRP, Ripple and XRP with the ridiculous lawsuit brought on by the SEC. It paused it, but did it hurt? It did hurt. Who did it hurt more than anything? It hurt Ripple's business. It hurt the price of XRP in the short term, and it hurt the people who were invested in, saw this thing go from $3 or something all the way back down to, change, which is what the e-files revealed was their strategic plan the whole time. So the e-files actually revealed that they set up and they purposely attacked XRP. They were threatened by it. What we're seeing right now is 1,000% being done in the same country that's telling us, by the same country that's telling us they want to be the crypto capital of the world, because I don't think it's everyone. Like I said, I don't think it's like specifically Trump, even though there's a lot of questionable things that were done with this Trump coin and everything else. I don't think that has nothing to do with what's happening right now, because I think he wants to shine. He wants to be the hero of the story of crypto and everything else, but it's not all his call. The country where the only ones who are tired of winning, and I do agree with this part, is the Trump family. And that's a fact, man. I don't care how you that coin is just a rug pull. Call it what you want. It is what it is. But I don't think he's the reason we're going to do what we're going to do or whatever. I think that he's part of the narrative of what we're seeing. I do believe they want the dollar to lose value, so I think he's part of it. But to say that he's purposely trying to tank the market, I could be wrong. Okay, where we at here? I said BTC is stinking up the market. Remember this from Friday? Oh, God. Come in here, boy. That was funny as hell. This is what you do when you want to create fear and cause a fire of distraction away from the real story, the e-files. I do agree with that. I mean, I think this is all part of the narrative. This person said if Kamala was the president, Bitcoin would be at $1 million right now, but you would also be... I'm not going to say the word. That's funny as hell. That's funny. My man Bark said if Kamala Harris was the president, Bitcoin would be at $1 million right now, but you would also be gay. That's funny. That's just like, what can you do other than laugh at that? I actually put that. I said, okay, why did I said, why did this just make me laugh my ass off? Yeah, that was funny. Okay, we're going to get past that. We're already out over an hour. Hard to trust a system built on lies. That's for sure. There was something that he said, and I had a little problem with this, man. And y'all tell me if y'all agree with it. Y'all agree with it. I just got to find out where's that he. I got so much stuff, man. I put so much work into finding this stuff, and then I'm not, I'm trying to be mindful of time, but I might go back and read some of this. Let me just find. It's not okay. We tired of
get tired of winning.
Bullshit. Ain't nobody tired of winning. Okay, where's this damn thing at? Okay, was it in there? Let me see. Where's the I'm trying to find. Is this right here? Okay, this right here. I don't like this. You guys tell me if you like this or not. Sly or anybody else is saying. Y'all tell me if y'all like this, guys. I don't like this. It says Trump says Americans don't care about the e-files. I think it's really time for the country to get on to something else. What? What? Because if it was me and you doing any of this, if any of us have done any of the things they've done in these e-files, we would get, it's crazy. Not just prosecuted. I mean, there's people serving time in prison for the things these people have done. And you're saying, let's get over. We just heard about it. Let's get over. So that's what makes me feel, if this is how he's thinking, there's a couple different ways that I feel about this. Number one is those files are altered because in this, there was a, let me see if I can find this. Here's a problem. I'm going to just keep it a buck. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, shit. I turned my phone off again. Damn it. Oh, it might be in here. It might actually be in here. Somebody showed this right here. It's right here. This picture right here. See, when you, Trump Epstein, Epstein, Trump Epstein. And again, I'm not trying to throw the dude under the bus. Maybe it wasn't the way it all seems right here, but it's hard to hear something like this when we're held at such a high level as far as accountability when it comes to doing things legal and make sure. And then when we don't, if it's illegal, we're sent. We go through the law. The law. This is frustrating. I get so frustrated just hearing this. Check it out.
And you tell me something else. No, I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else. Really. Now that nothing came out about me, other than it was a conspiracy against me, literally by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else.
What would you say to people who feel like they haven't gotten justice, Mr. President?
Something that people care about.
So. I'm mind boggled. I'm mind boggled right now. It proves that what Maya and Chris put out for in regards to what the SEC did against XRP Ripple, there's no repercussion. You cost that company, and really the XRP holders, because if you think about it, low key, it was our money. It's our investment, right? Because they pulled money out to pay bills and expand and partnerships and to take care of that. So our money, 100 and whatever millions to fight that lawsuit, that ridiculous lawsuit of corruption, and then the e-files, which I don't even want to say the name, validated, along with a lot of other jacked up stuff, and you're just saying, I'm not in it, so let's just get past it. I mean, and again, you may not be in it for a lot of reasons, because they retracted, because it cut, because you control everything right now. You're the president, and I'm not crapping on the guy. I'm just saying what's good for us should be good for them, but it doesn't work that way. They threw Martha Stewart sheet folding biscuit bacon ass in jail for the same crap, less than what they've done. It's crazy. Let's move on, huh? And that's we are led, and we live in a country full of lies, corruption, and evil ass people. And that's just what it is. It is what it is. And that's why I don't know where things are going to go. I don't know. I don't think it's in their best interest to say who Satoshi is. I don't think they will, honestly. The more I think about it, they probably won't. But they gave us enough with these e-files to cause the market to tank in a very strategic way to get, look, man, let me just move on. Yeah, it's sickening. Because I know if it was any of us, our ass would have got thrown under the prison. He is majorly compromised. Look, yeah, I mean, Anthony, I hate that CNN reporter yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's okay. See, I crap. And again, I'm not attacking Trump. I just, like I said, it's things that I do like, and it's things that I don't like. Right? It's a fact. I have a big problem with that coin that they launched, when that's the first thing you did when you got into power, and it benefited your family, not the American people. And we're still not tired of winning. I don't think anybody felt like they have. I mean, and I'm not going to say that, some of us have, but not to the point where the most of it, not the way it should have happened, right? Facts. Okay, I will say it again. Some of you don't clap for others. This is funny. So not funny. This is facts. I'm sorry, not funny facts. I will say this again. Some of you don't clap for others, and that's why it will never be your turn. Wow. That's a fact, bro. I'm sorry. That is a effing fact. Some of you or some people don't clap for others, and that's why they will never have their turn. That's a fact, bro. I'm sorry. I do believe in stuff like that. Karma and all that. I do believe in that. This is why you don't have your crypto on exchanges. That's a fact. Thousands of investors are posting screenshots on X showing they closed their Binance account. Binance reportedly halted withdrawals. And like, I know, if you're new, this is shocking. If you've been around, this is not. And I just put, Kalen Brown protects you from this. You guys want institutional grade custody, free user-friendly mobile app, free personal broker 24-hour access, free money transfer to your bank. They don't even charge you for that. Free high institutional. So it's like an all-inclusive fee, covers everything. But I remember when that AWS went down, and I was like, what? And I went, and I just kind of looked at it, and I was trying to make a transaction. I couldn't do it. And they were like, man, we can do anything you want to do. So if you want a peace of mind, Kevin Brown. But this happens all the time. Anytime the markets move, especially majorly to the upside, Coinbase is notorious for this. Notorious for freezing. Psychology says avoid people who are not good for your mental health. Absolutely. That's a fact. This is all planned. I do believe that, guy. I believe this is all planned. Facts. This is. You can't even. There's no real good reason why crypto and Bitcoin, with all the adoption, with all the positive news, there is no real reason why this is happening. I mean, please tell me one. Besides manipulation, besides corruption, besides, them two government shutdowns in a matter of like months. What? All those years y'all could have put those e-files out, and y'all, after, what can we put out that'll F up the markets at the right time without really, causing too much damage? Fact. We just talking facts. I know everybody believes in buy the dip, don't trip by the dip. I'm not going against that. There's always that quick answer, but sometimes you got to talk about this stuff. Do you believe XRP was suppressed because it was a huge threat to evil people like that was stated in the e-files? I agree. Now, this is kind of interesting. Kathy Woods kind of took this a little bit of a shot out. It says, the manipulation is real. I do agree with that. Let's listen to what she had to say. It's about 31 seconds. Crazy.
But on October 10th, there was the flash crash caused by a software glitch at Binance. And there was an auto.
And by the way, what she's talking about, we October something. So this is back in October she's talking about. And if you go back to that time, I covered that whole little corrupted thing that Binance had done. When the hell would that be at? 3 months ago. I covered that. I don't know what the hell is that in here, but I did cover that. Manipulations like a son of a gun. That's what she's talking about. I'm going to let it play all the way out. So wait 31 seconds.
October 10th, there was the flash crash caused by a software glitch at Binance. And there was an auto deleveraging event. People were just, margin called, to the tune of about $28 billion. We know some of the entities that were caught up in that.
And no one answered for that. Man, these exchanges have been insider trading against people, a glitch. It's not a coincidence that every time the markets have exploded in the past, I've been in this for damn near 9 years now, exploded, Coinbase goes down. Or something like this. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Dollars. We know some, to the tune of about $28 billion. We know some of the entities that were caught up in that. They were caught flat-footed. And we think that is just now washing through the system. So if you're looking for something that has weighed on it recently, we do think that happened.
I do know and that's so crazy. It was perfectly timed where there was a lot of profits taken out. Think about that, guys. October, Bitcoin exploded, BNB exploded. Man, you can't make this shit. Excuse my Brooklyn. You can't make this up. You cannot make the level of market manipulation up. The same guy who's tied into Binance gets a pardon. I mean, come on, bro, stop it. Is there so much crypto on sale? Yeah, no, it's on sale. Yeah, it's on sale. Like my wife said just a moment, don't trip, buy the dip. The difference is I do trip because I don't like the level of manipulation. I don't trip on the pricing. I don't trip on the opportunity. I trip on the obvious, blatant manipulation that is in place. It's crazy. Okay. Anyone notice the media is insanely quiet on all the e-file situations? Insanely quiet. You ain't hearing nothing to the magnitude. And I'm going to tell you another thing. You don't hear nothing from the Bears. They had everything to say. When Trump put XRP on Truth Social first, man, they start talking. When anything has ever had a positive for XRP, they talk. But, man, when something's called out about Bitcoin or the e-files, crickets. Straight up ass crickets. You don't hear nothing. It says most people die at 25. We just don't bury them until they're 70. Good Lord, that's Benjamin Franklin. That's crazy because most people stop dreaming. That's why. Mary L. Trump says, we're not moving from the e-files. I don't know about that one. I don't know if one voice is enough. Okay, enough distractions. Come on, America, focus. We need to act. We need clarity. That's a fact. That is a fact. I had way more stuff that I was going to talk about, man. And I'm not going to. I'm so tired of talking about the e-files, honestly. It's just. Imagine what. Yeah, before editing and deleting them. Yeah, this dude right here. You got in early. It doesn't make you a specialist in nothing. This Jack Mahler guy. Dude is stupid. Oh God. Never argue with someone who believes their own lies. That's a fact. We're over an hour, man. I probably need to get out of here. What is this? Ridiculous. Yeah. Yielding on. Okay, let me go to some of the comments. It says, had it not been Trump that pardoned him, I may think differently. He says, I was a CD fan until he got pardoned. Realized he's in on it right away. Yeah, no, he's part of the. You look, guys, you can't be the. You don't think they sat down with this dude and there's so many pockets. The only difference between CZ and Sam Bankman-Fried is he was a guinea pig for it just got too hot. You know, when you're able to cut corners and pay off and get, because I remember there was a time where there was a employee that leaked out a bulletin that was sent from Binance to the employees of Binance saying, if you're contacted by the feds in regards to people who, because there was a lot of money laundering accusations through Binance, and a lot of, I don't remember how long people have been in the space. If you guys remember what I'm saying, if you do, let me know. But they were accused of notifying people who were laundering money and people who they knew from a illegal perspective of being like into different crimes. So when the feds would notify them that they're going to be looking at these people, they would go back and notify the people that they were being looked at. This was all emails that were leaked. I remember. Anybody remember that, or is it just me? I've been in this damn thing 9 years, so I've seen it all. I've seen it, and nothing was done then, and nothing. Even what Kathy Wood said, they ain't gonna do nothing about it. $28 billion. They ain't gonna do nothing about it. They're not gonna do it, and that's why the more I'm reminded of how, Hinman filed a lawsuit against XRP, got a $15 million check, and then went and worked for the very company that was against. It's like they're not gonna do nothing, bro. And it is all summed up right here. If the e-files are so scary now, imagine what was in them before months of editing and deleting. That's a fact, bro. We didn't get everything. So it is, XRP it looks pretty bad right now. All right, guys. So, anyways, in the short term, everything looks crappy. In the long term, know what the hell you hold. And here's how I'm going to end this, guys. Been in the space going on 9 years now. I've never seen more bullish things in place, a more bullish narrative for crypto, especially for these utility coins, especially with the fact that everything's happening, especially the fact that XRP already has clarity, is not deemed a security, and right now is the most logistic asset from that perspective. I don't know if we'll ever find out who Satoshi is. I don't think it's in their best interest, because if they knew who it was, or the government or corporation or whatever, then it would be at the same risk of anything else being dragged through the judicial system and everything. I mean, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's things that make you go, If there's anything that the e-files showed us, is how corrupted our government is, how corrupted our country is, how corrupted the people who are paid to protect us is, how corrupted, how right we were, in regards to, a rig from the start, XRP Unleashed, the fact that they purposely went after this asset in our community, out of bias, out of feeling threatened. So if I didn't learn anything else from, and if I don't take anything away from this, is we were right. If the e-files, because if they're not going to give us justice, if there's not going to be, which I don't think there is, at least we've got validation that, damn it, we were right. And if nothing else, all the ignorant people out there that said, if you're an XRP, you're a retard, and all the things that they claimed about rig from the start is wrong, and for, what for wishing, no one wanted to believe it. If the e-files showed anything, they showed we were right. With that being said, I appreciate you guys in a major way. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Fair. By the way, guys, if you guys get a chance, check out our community asset. We don't shield, we keep it real as far as by us. If you guys have any interest in it, make sure you guys go check it out, read the story, who it is, what's behind it. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army, greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. We're going to play this before we get up out of here. This is for you. Let's go.
All in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, now I'm choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one, bag it up.
Pull up in a spacecraft, them bags on us. Get into them bags, so them stacks on us. In a different bracks, where they try to tax on us. Government some lies, but them bags blowing up. Spitting 16s, keep them bags stuffed up. Give you more game than your mainstream rappers. Told you get the bag, disconnect from the fuzz. Your favorite rapper clone, and he can't beat trust.
Shout out to Sly Fox. Thank you, my brother, for being one of my biggest supporters, one of my greatest friends. 30 years and going. Me and Mike Ode, 30 years and going. Me and John Singh, 40 years and going. Me and TR, 20 years and going. It's good to see my old school family with my new school family. Guys, at the end of the day, this was not about FUD. This was about keeping it real. This was about saying what everybody else is thinking. It's a shame we live in a country that has rules in place that are for us but not for them. It's just, and I think at the end of the day, instead of getting mad, you just got to get in when you fit in. And this is why you guys always hear me push a narrative. You got to do what's in the best interest of you and your family, because at the end of the day, if there's anything that I've learned in 9 years, they don't give a shit about me and you. They don't want you to get rich but die trying. Facts.
Move to a different code so they can't tax us. Golden passports, rocket ships like Buzz. We light years ahead of the herd. Like, they don't want you to get rich but die trying. But I slid you the crypto list, so start buying. And I'll see you at the tip top when we start flying. Upgrade the shit, push a button, autopilot. Party all night, so we just keep flying.
So make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, guys. We're going to play the last part of this by Blockchain Monkeys on your way out. We'll be live mañana with your boy James, aka 6AJ. Crypto for Life, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Much love. Let's do it.
Many years and it's still no cheers. If you're selling, then I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moon? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. Here come the monkeys.
Before the monkeys come, one more thing, guys. XRP Las Vegas is going down. Silverton Casino right here in Las Vegas is going to be April 29th. That's Wednesday between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. with a VIP dinner, guys. We got so many people. John Deaton hit me up yesterday. He's coming. Paul Bear and many other people. I am excited. Tickets start at $99, guys. It's going to be bigger than ever. If you think what we did last year, think bigger, think amazing, think something kind of like what Brad Kimes does, a little bit smaller, but huge in the same aspect. Make sure you guys get ready. We got a website going. We're going to be having a flyer real soon. Big things that happen. Don't let the price determine what's getting ready to happen tomorrow, guys. Make sure you guys get yourselves out here to XRP Las Vegas Meetup 2026. It's going to be epic.
Let me get some. We looking for that astro flip. Guacamole, I want the whole damn dip. I got my spacesuit on.
What?
Yeah, I want the whole damn shit. And if you bring in any photo, bust the whole damn clip. Nah, we do our own research here. Over ledger on a t-shirt here. We in the jungle, I know. They like, monkey, how you see so clear? I did my homework, so he don't care. Yeah. Sitting on the ledger with the bag man. And I just bought Quant with my bad hand. A little Globians and XDC. And a little more XRP, we not playing.
Come on.
So basically we repping for the same set. Cause we was here way before the main net. Who would have thought that crypto tales would come together on a topic that we know so well? Music.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If you're selling, then I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moon? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Stack it up.
Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army, greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. You're damn straight. Let's go.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If you're selling, then I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Stack it up.
Appreciate you guys. Love you guys in a major way. It's your boy James, a.k.a. 68J. We'll see you guys mañana. Until next time, peace. Greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Yeah.